Alright, so we're on the moon, and talking about my health. Start with a hospital visit. I hit me up to the EKG machine, took blood, did a CAT scan. The EKG machine does not record over time. It only records moment to moment. And they don't have anyone watching it or anything like that while they do the blood tests and all that. It's just there to make sure. It gives them a quick, okay, at this moment, you're not dying. Literally, you're not going to cardiac arrest this minute. So my heart and all that came back is healthy. No toxins or anything. CAT scan good. However, while I was waiting, I was watching the EKG machine. Whenever my heart, the little monitor kept going blinking red and making beep, 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 warning sirens, because my heart rate kept dropping below 55. And it takes, I don't know, maybe 10-15 minutes of basic internet research to start getting some pretty obvious answers. So I mean, I've got a slow heart rhythm, abnormally slow. It's probably something with the part that makes the pacemaker part is malfunctioning, or I might have to get a pacemaker to correct the part that's malfunctioning. But it was really silly because, they're like, well, we don't know, it could be anxiety, which, yeah, I have a ridiculous amount of stress and anxiety. But that's not explaining the faintiness, the feeling like my body failing me, sort of thing. The increased more so cognitive disimpairment. Ooh. And the slow heartbeat explains all that. And I have my heartbeat is healthy if I'm an Olympic athlete. If I'm an Olympic athlete, it makes sense that I have a heart rate of 55, right? But I'm not. I'm in decent shape, whatever. But I should have a resting heart rate of about 65, 70, and it dropped as low as 49 one time. So I guess the bigger danger is when I'm sleeping, is it could drop really low while I'm sleeping, or if I do a bunch of activity and the electrical signals get off or whatever. So I think I'm gonna have to do the pacemaker is the thing they tell you might need, but I think if I get my heart fitness up to Olympic level or whatever, then my resting heart rate will match with what it's supposed to be. I'll bring what my resting heart rate is supposed to be down. Let's see if I can pick that guy off. I know you're there. There you are. Ah, come on. That must have been him dying right there. Let's see if this hits. Hit. So yeah, I mean, the testing and all that was useful for me to find out, to rule out things okay, I'm not about to have I don't have brain bleeding or anything like that. Surely the CAT scan would have picked that up. It's just, I don't understand how the doctors don't understand slow heart rate is an issue. I understand they're not heart specialists, but it was just such basic. And as far as anxiety and all that shit. No. As far as anxiety and all that shit. Oh, come on. You must be fast. I'm up to avenge myself. Hell yeah. I see you, motherfucker. The motherfucker that killed me. I'm sure of it. Yep, Pilot Ray 22. Show ass factory. Pull back. Oh, I thought he'd be in range. No! Not good. Possible. Ah, come on. I'm upwards. Who else is hitting me? Fucking assholes. I thought they were shooting me. You gotta stay live long enough to contribute to the fight, and that gives too many kills. Yeah, so anxiety-wise, I was just making a shit post on a random Discord server, and somebody posted a fucking execution video, torture thing, and it was, dude man had his hands cut off, amputated, I could see the fucking bones, like, this shit's still, like, fucking, it's fucking haunting my fucking psyche, like, bad, like, this is the first time I'm playing games, like, I was only playing games because it's a segue into, like, talking about shit, versus looking at the camera. And yeah, dude, man, they cut his face off. They cut his arm. They cut his hands off, but they were letting him struggle. He was still struggling, still trying to fight him off with nothing but stumps. Just like I'm very empathetic. The level of horror. Uh, yeah, and they was taking turns like cut, slice, decapitating them little by little with a dull box cutter. And it's just I understand how human psychology works. Like I understand the Stanford Prison experiment. I understand human beings are fucking horrible, cruel monsters just by nature. That they like humans like to think that they're good, but like all their goodness is really evil. Like, oh, I was just doing what I was told, or he deserved it. Like, it's up to God to send people to hell. You just put the bullet in their head, right? To send them there. But no, people want to be like, no, we need to punish. Death is too good. We need to find the most cruel and unusual ways to punish a person, and then they get off on it. Well, that shit's been haunting me. Like, so yeah, my mental health is like shit. My anxiety is through the roof, and people will be like, "Well, you just like it because you're trans and you're woke and what is it? You're a snowflake." Like, no, people aren't literally people aren't living my life, and then being told like, "Oh, I'm used to it," but having no refuge, no, what was the word I heard? So another R word. No remittance. No reprieve. Yes, having no reprieve from the constant aloneness in the world and the constant persecution and whatnot, and then understanding what happens to people who are persecuted. Like your enemies will capture you, torture your family in front of you or something you love, and then they'll cut your hands off and cut your face off, and then they'll take turns taking glee and making the death part last as long as possible. This is what humans do to each other when they hate each other for whatever bullshit reasons. Then all sides do it. But I have enemies on all sides. So, something like this game, I have allies and I have enemies. In real life, I have enemies and I have enemies. Hey, it's the same game I played last time. Pilot Wave 22. I didn't have enough forward momentum. Yeah, okay. So, alright. So I've probably got a few more minutes left on this video. No. Yeah, I went out in the open. Oh, get behind that thing. Oh. This one's got, the pilot's got extra defense, and there's 3 or more beacons being held. So it's a good time to bust them out, or bust her out, 'cause it's a chick. Way through the pilot. Well, yeah, so, and I don't have any aspirin, because I'm too poor for aspirin today. Maybe I'll be able to get some tomorrow. But yeah, the dizziness, all the complications and stuff was explained by a low heart rate. And it could be fatal, but it's not like I have a stroke. Holy shit. It's not like I have a stroke going on top of that. It's like just a low heart rate. And I was able to do, my 10, 20 minutes of. It's going to be a lot more Google research. I need to know a lot more. I need to know all about the heart. Because obviously, no one's going to take my health as seriously as I do. And I don't even take it that seriously, so. It's kind of an update on my health. This guy can't hit me with his shit. There he goes. No one Titan. So that's the gist of my health. I mean, I don't know, I'm trying to. It's like that movie Crank. Crank High Voltage. I get the pacemaker. But I don't know if I already said this. I'm planning just to get my heart up to like an Olympic level. I don't even know what I said already. I don't remember what I said. What I've gone over, what I haven't gone over. This is just a gist of a thing of recounting the experiences of the day. If I make it survive the next couple of weeks, I might be able to go to Canada to get that reprieve. I'll actually get some distance from the stress, from the being told I'm trash every day, all that sort of stuff. I'll actually have a bed to sleep in. People would be like, oh, all these people complaining about depression while they're in their cushy bed. I don't have a cushy bed. I don't. I sleep on the floor, which I don't mind. I actually don't like beds. The fuck do I want to sleep in a bed alone for? It's not bad. Beds aren't for sleeping. Beds are for company. But yeah, I mean, just random. This is random shit. That's just I click, like I find on the internet. I might like just be my notifications, and I'll click there, and then I'll scroll down just a little bit, and then it'll be like, hey, all trans people should be murdered, or it'll be some trans person doing something absolutely retarded, like, oh, hey, yeah, I say let's beat all women that say fucking trans women aren't women, because someone might clip that, but I'm just referencing what other people will say. And then I see that and it's like, oh, well, look, there's more of my own kind being absolutely retarded. And this all creates a bunch of shit. Supposed to have to, I have a filing cabinet for a door. It's like when I hear the filing cabinet, big ass filing cabinet being moved, it's like, okay, shit's going down. I've got to go address the situation diplomatically while being prepared for whatever else may come. I mean, I'm just dealing with survival stresses that the average person has no context or clue, but they still judge whatever. And then even with the hard stuff, it's like, oh, well, tests come back this or that. Yeah, but you weren't actually fucking watching the fucking EKG machine dip down. And then when it's like, hey, look up what's the healthy heart rate, like my heart rate, I'm either at the peak of physical condition or my heart rate is slow. Like I do have body fat. My BMI isn't like 0 point whatever. Like, yeah, I'm fit. I'm not fucking Olympic like the but they're just general doctors. So whatever. So that's the state of my mental health. My mental health is still absolutely shit. What's keeping me going is the fact that I have a chance at a reprieve for like some vacation to Canada. That's what's keeping me stable. And then heart health wise, I'm like lucky I didn't die before, whatever. But now I know it's a slow heart, slow pacemaker. But before I deal with any of that bullshit, I'm just gonna try to tough it out and try to keep doing physical exercise such that I'm gonna try to strengthen my heart that way. But I might have to do shit like Tai Chi or whatever. I might not be able to just do super high intensity from 0 to where I'm gonna have to be more careful about my warm up, all that sort of stuff. But then on a day to day where I don't really have access to great food, I have access to enough food. Like I've eaten corn out of a can. It was cold. It's like not appetizing food. It's not nutritious, but it's enough to get me through the day, I guess, put calories in my stomach. Because, diet's overrated, all that. I can't sleep worth a shit. I want to just sleep off the next few days until it's time to hibernate until I get my ID and to go to Canada. But with the amount of stress, like seeing the torture thing, that's just like, I need to train. I need to get stronger. I need to fucking like swing. I need a shadow box. I need to get ready to go to fucking war against the motherfuckers. They're coming for me because they're fucking coming for me. Like humanity is coming for me. Humanity is the enemy, and humanity's biggest enemy. The enemy is my enemy. My enemy is my friend. Except humanity's biggest enemy is humanity. So, but as far as me personally, motherfuckers are coming for me. I'm hated. I'm an abomination. It's me against the fucking world. So it's like I can't fucking sleep. I can't rest. I can't relax. I gotta keep fucking swinging the big metal pipe at the what I've got set up for basically a fucking hitting thing, training dummy. Because I'll be damned if I want to let anyone. I'm not getting captured. I want to go down fighting. I don't want to get captured and then be kept alive to be toyed with. But yeah, but all that adrenaline, my amygdala is like. My amygdala is probably the most powerful part of my whole brain. Like fucking neocortex. I got an amygdala. Just fucking honed in on those negative emotions, but drawing power from them. It's like, what else can I like philosophically? This whole thing's been like facing death and all that, and like, well, how do I face judgment, whatever? And then I'm like, oh well, maybe God's just not letting me off so easy because if you just die in your sleep, well, that's kind of an easy way out. But then I don't have to worry about being fucking tortured to death as my final moments. Whereas if I keep living, well, now I got it. Now that's a threat. Now I've got to fucking keep. And it's not just a threat to me. It's a threat to anyone that I love, or anything like that. Anything that I cherish. is under attack. So there can't be any easy coward's way out. Yeah, I question the eternal reoccurrence. Just a lot of philosophical questioning that comes with near death experiences, I think. And I think that the average population of the West just has no context or clue, and they just assume that everyone is living in the same bubble that they are. Oh, you live in America, so this and this and this. Like, no. Like, just because I live in America doesn't mean I'm going to go to the hospital and have them actually diagnose what's wrong with me. So I gotta jump through all these other hoops, just for them to put me on the machine that monitors it for 24 hours, for them to say, "Oh yeah, you have a fucking low heart rate." Like, I could have fucking told you, could have seen that if you would have sat there for an hour and just fucking watched EKG. You don't have to watch it. Just program the fucking EKG machine to fucking monitor over time. Dumb. I mean, let's see. We still got some time. Let's see what horrible ad pops up. Oh, this one's actually pretty cool. We're watching some ads. I don't think I've seen this one. This is actually. It seems like they make fun of. Like the overly sexualized ads. They have one where it's like it's just a quick thing where it's sort of sexualized, but it's like it breaks into the thing, and it's like you see it as a joke, but sometimes I'll click these ads and it'll be like a chicken bondage. And it's like, what the fuck is this? Why is there BDMS shit on a fucking video game ad? But yeah, I just did that to maybe show you like some of what might cause how ads cause further degrade my heart health. My heart's under attack emotionally and physically by the powers that be. So that wasn't even really like something worth an ad. It's just